my coquettes. Today we're going to be making steak roll-ups with glaze. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need 4 thin steaks. Now what I've done with these as well is I've bashed them a bit as well, so it's made them longer. 3 cloves of garlic, mushrooms. I've used the baby chestnut ones, cut them really thinly, so them ones. Balsamic glaze. You can buy this off any of the shelves now. It's quite nice. 1 pack of asparagus. You can buy the tips or you can buy asparagus. I've just cut the tips off. And 1 yellow pepper and 1 orange pepper. And then obviously your oil, your salt and your pepper. I'm going to be using skewers to secure mine. So if you've got them, use them. If not, use a cocktail stick. You can use string if you like, whatever you want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting our oven on. I'm going to put our oven on about 180. You can put it up to 200 if you want. I'll say 190 the most, because then that obviously doesn't make it too much. Now I'm going to put my meat back in the fridge just for the moment, because we're not using it and I don't really want it out because it's quite hot today. And my hair looks a bit wild. It's my birthday on Monday. I have my hair cut and I've got it curled. Ta-da! So it's gone everywhere. So trying to bundle it up into style hasn't worked today. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some olive oil in here, or whatever oil you want. I'm using rapeseed oil actually, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to part cook our veg apart from the mushrooms. The reason why I'm doing this is because you want it to all cook kind of at the same time. And if it's too hard, if you're only putting the meat in for like say 6 minutes, then your veg isn't going to be very cooked. I like mine with a bit of a crunch, but I don't like that much of a crunch. So, okay, so pop that in there. So I'm going to do like one at a time really, otherwise you can't control, and it's all going to get mixed up as well. We want it kind of a bit separate. Okay, so I'm going to get my salt and my pepper. Salt it, salt it, pepper it. There we go. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of the garlic to this bit. Everyone likes a bit of garlic. Ooh, I think I might need to get a new pan. It's getting a bit soft. I've been really busy today. I've made candles. I've done this to get ready. I've done loads of stuff today actually. It's been a bit of a busy day today, so I'm off, I think that's why. I'm going to have a relaxing day. No, I'm not going to have a relaxing day tomorrow. I'm making cupcakes tomorrow. So there you go, croquettes. Cooking with Yanni is always on the go. Okay. So we'll fry them off, and I'm going to fry these off. I'll come back in a second once this is kind of done. Otherwise you're just watching me fry some stuff up. But just keep going until it's just got a little bit wilted and it's got a little bit less of a crunch. And then I'll show you how to do all the steaks and everything. I've got salad to go with mine, but you can do jacket potatoes with these. You can do new potatoes. You can do whatever you want with it really. It's just that I like to have a bit of salad because it's quite hot today. Okay, I'll see you in a bit, my coquettes. Bye for now. Okay, so all our veg is done. I said that I wasn't going to do the mushrooms anyway at the moment, because the mushrooms do really quite quickly. And to be honest, you don't really, I find mushrooms, if you overcook them too much water comes out of them, and then they're not very nice anyway, so you might as well just enjoy it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, so I've got 4 steaks, so 4 skewers. I'm going to bring over my salt and my pepper, and I'm just going to salt and pepper. And then just turn them over. Obviously wash your hands before you do it again, because otherwise you'll get it all over your... Woo, it's sizzling over here as well. Blimey, a whiley. Okay, so once again, salt and pepper. Now I find the easiest way to roll these up, I've put a little bit of the balsamic glaze on here, so that it's ready at the bottom a little bit. So we are going to put 3 of our asparagus. Let it poke out just a little bit. We're going to put a little bit of our peppers in. Maybe 1 more pepper. And a couple of mushrooms. Use my hands, I think. Okay, so from then you're going to roll it like that. If it comes out, don't worry about it, just give it a bit more of a push in. And then we're going to spear them if I can get it through without stabbing myself. There we go. Okay, so pop that on, and then we're going to put a bit of the glaze on just to start with. Okay, there we go. So 1 glazed. Okay. Then get your next one. I'm going to do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3 of them. And you can put more in it if you want, but I think if you put too much in it, you can't roll it as well. So a couple more of them peppers. Never really used to like peppers when I was a kid, but as I've got older, I really enjoy them. Maybe it's a taste thing, I suppose, as you get older. Okay, so once again, we're rolling. Roll that. Spear it and glaze it. These are quite nice for the summer as well, because when it's hot you don't really want anything too much, do you? You just want something quite nice. We'll say hello to Gary, our cameraman, again. Hello Gary! Okay, so 1 more. So I'm going to show 1 more and then I'll go again for a second. Well, in fact, actually I'm nearly done, so we might as well carry on going for a little while. Okay, so there we are. More peppers. Try and get it more in the middle if you can. I've used about 6 of these little mushrooms. To be honest, didn't really think I needed that much, to be honest. But it's always good to have a little bit more than a little bit less, because you can sort it out then. And I'll use mine for an omelette tomorrow as well. So that will be quite nice. Okay, so we're going to glaze. Now these are the thin steaks. Like I said as well, I did bash mine a little bit, just so that I get a little bit more length out of it. I put it in between 2 cellophane things, or you could put it in between baking sheets as well, and bang it, and it gives you just the same sort of effect. But if you don't have like one of the meat ones, just use a rolling pin. Works just as well. That's what I used to do before my mother-in-law bought me one. So, right. So, 3 of them. Couple of these. I like having 2 different colours. I think it gives it a difference in it as well. Some mushrooms. Mushroomies. Roll it, keeping the mushroom in. Okay, so I try and put it through where the seam's going to be here, so that when it cooks it keeps it in, see? So it won't come apart. I'm going to brush. Okay, put that there. If they're not doing it the way that you want it to, do it that way. Do 1 that way, 1 that way, and 1 that way. Just tip a little bit of glaze over the top. Doesn't matter how much you put on. It will go all nice and sticky anyway. And if you pour it on a bit, it gets it at the bottom as well, rather than just on the top. Okay, so we're going to put these on for around, I would say, 8 to 10 minutes, depending how you like it cooked. But they are thin steaks, so I wouldn't overcook them. They can go really tough really quickly. So put them in. And I'm going to set my timer for 8 so I can have a look at it. If it needs a little bit longer, I'll put it in for a little bit longer. Okay, my cook, see you in 8 to 10 minutes. Bye for now. Okay, so I'm just getting my rolls out. Da, 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 da. Now mine were at 8 minutes, so I'll leave them for 8 minutes, but that's up to you whether you want them a little bit more cooked or not. Oh, hot. Hot. Try and get them off their sticks now, which is the challenge. 2. I know they look quite nice on the sticks, but to be honest, these are quite long sticks, these ones, so they take up the whole of the plate. Okay, so bring yours over. 1. It's not going to do it like MasterChef, is it? No. Okay, so obviously I'm doing it for 2 people. You can have 1 each if you like. You can have 2 each. If you wanted to do more, you could do them more. It's up to you, whatever way you want it. Okay, so I'm going to get my salad out. I'll put my salad on there. Okay, and then I'm going to get a little bit of glaze, the last little bit. Just give it a little bit of a zhuzh. Okay, my coquettes, well there you go, there's your steak rolls done for you. But we thank you very much for watching, my coquettes, we really do appreciate it. Please share, please like. We really do enjoy it. Like we said, please put your recipes on if you have done the recipes from us. Really would love to start seeing them. Okay, well thank you very much, my coquettes. You might not see me for a little while, as it is my birthday on Monday. But once it's a little bit over the holiday, we'll come back again. Alright, bye for now, my coquettes. Bye!